Good morning. Welcome to Bars and Bells. My name is Ian.
And I'm Lauren.
And we are seated today to start your warm-up. So grab the chair, take your time, check in, and nestle yourself to the front of the chair, just like Lauren. We'll use the chair to pretend in the sense of these active liftoffs in a moment. We are padding our own stats again with a ghost stream in the back. So that's where Lauren goes. You ever see her leave? She's going. So thank you very much for being with us. She'll be back without any other interruptions, I hope. Okay, we're sitting on the edge of our chair, sitting up nice and tall. We'll get the breath in a second, but right away, I'd like us to pull the femurs into those hip sockets. What that may do is anteriorly tip the hips, and it might press the sternum forward and then relax. Let's oversell that relaxation, Lauren. So this, again, is that posture we're trying to get away from. By pulling the femur bones into those hip sockets, we extend that lumbar spine in a sense here, and we press that sternum forward and hold and relax. We're gonna do that one more time. Same thing. Do a pretend action. So as if we're gonna stand up now. As if we're standing up, we'll be pulling in those hip flexors, femurs to hips, chest forward, and then relax. Meet somewhere in the middle. Now, I'm never here at rest, never there at rest, but somewhere in the middle to stay strong. With that middle cue, let's put one hand on the belly, one hand on the chest. Looking for room on these first set of breaths, a 4-second inhale through the nose, and exhale. Breath in again to the belly, big breath in, and exhale. On that exhale, really pull the belly button into the spine. Keep that connection, and now into the chest. Breath in, breath out, and one more time into the chest. I see a comment there, I'll get to in a second. Breathe in, and then breathe out. Shake that out for a second. We got the old fist pump from Lauren, so good. Okay, let's go back to the breath. So we've kind of wiggled that all out. We've made some room. Now let's build some strength. Some people call it saran wrap. Others call it, I'm not sure, but we're aiming a sheath. Okay, cool word. We're aiming to increase the tension of the core. Take a big breath in, belly button out. Then pull that belly button in on that exhale. Keep the belly button in as tight as you can to the body, and now slow it first. Breathe in, slow out. On that exhale, pull the belly button to spine. Let's repeat 2 more breaths like that. 4 seconds in, belly button stays tight. Exhale. And one last time, belly to spine. Increase that pressure, and then a nice slow exhale. Like our sitting postures, this or that, pretty darn hard to hold the whole day. Same thing with the breath, keeping that belly button to spine the entire day will be insurmountable. However, practice here and there, practice in bed, check it out. That's what I have for hips and breath from here. Anything else you want to do from seated here, Lauren?
We're going to do our hips from seated.
Yeah, like the Captain Morgan stuff.
Okay.
Captain Morgan's. Okay, so let's stand up here. My chair box is a little bit high. It might be required that you place it a little bit lower. Make this initial step very easy. If it's a reach to get your foot on top of the box, lower the step. Check? Okay. With those quads parallel, gently bend the knee, flexing the hip, and then place it on the box. Nice and easy. If that was a challenge, again, lower the box. Maybe do a hula in there and just check in that your head, shoulders, and hips are facing forward. Without actually stepping onto the chair or box, start to press down through this leg on the top. By pressing down on the top, hopefully you could feel your buttock and your hamstrings start to work. And this leg here, visualize pulling it up off the floor. Relax that effort. Repeat once more. Press down through the foot. Grip with the toes, pressing down through the elevated leg, and imagine pulling the straight leg up into the hip. and then relax. Next, pretend to lift this leg off. I envision it being suctioned to the apparatus, and as I try to pull that off, this butt cheek is squeezing. Pretend, and can you feel that sensation coming through those hip flexors? And relax. Nestle in with a micro hula there just to get things set up. And then with a butt cheek squeeze here, pressing down on my right leg and imagining pulling up or flexing the hip. Look for 5 more seconds to feel that through those adductors and the groin. Relax. Nice and effortless. Let's extend the hip with a bent knee, straighten it out, and then shake it. Same thing on the other side. As strict as we can, as Lauren showed right there, flex the knee without bringing it forward, but then we'll bring it forward, placing it on the apparatus. Hula hula, check in that we're nice and squared, and then at first, we'll start to press down, through the top leg there. Look for this butt cheek, and if you can't feel it, hit it. Okay. Talk to it. Ooh, that's my microphone. And then relax. Hula's in the middle if we need. And for one more time, same effort, pressing down through the top leg and imagine pulling the bottom leg up off the floor as you aim to increase the load through the box. And then relax. Switch that effort, and this time, cramp their standing leg, nice and tight on that glute, and pretend to flex the hip or lift off the apparatus. Where are you pulling from? Hopefully, again, we feel that anterior chain working to do that action. Relax. Micro hulas in the middle just to set things up. Give that standing butt cheek a squeeze, and then pull off or pretend. The pretend effort could be quite amazing. Hold it for 3 more seconds, and then easy on the off. Let's extend the hip, straighten the knee, add a little wiggle, and then Lauren will take it over to the floor.
We got 2 little lifters in the house today.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
so make sure you get your wiggles out.
Get those wiggles going. Nice.
Sorry, now I forget what you just told me to do.
I
got distracted.
To the floor.
To the floor. Okay, adults have rules to get to the floor. Kids, do what you like. Chop your hips back into that hinge. Pressing your hips back behind you, feel that load and pull on the hamstring. Looking down, making sure those feet are gripping the floor and the shins are vertical. Slowly tip yourself forward and find the floor with your knees. And then just leave the floor with your hands for a second. Extending your arms out in front of you. Gently find the floor now with your fingers. Through the fingers, find the callus line first. Straighten your elbows, pack your shoulders, and then press your palms into the floor. All 5 fingers on each side are gripping. Our shoulders are pulled down out of our ears. Our blood donations have spun to face forward. And now from here, gently press forward so your shoulders drift a little forward and start creating some circles, transferring that weight around your hands and your wrist through your fingers, through the palms of your hands. And then once you've done about 2 or 3 one direction, try circling the other way. Feel how you can use those fingers to press yourself around as you go here. End up back into center. With your elbows straight and your shoulders set, press your palms away from the floor first, and then put them back down. Let's do that 2 more times. Elbows straight, palms away, back down. Last one, palms away, and then flick the floor away, shaking that out. Nice. From there, we'll extend those hands. Fingertips touch the floor again, through the fingers, and then to the palms. Elbows are straight, shoulders packed. Now, let's purposely push our right fingers, our right hand into the floor, and that'll send you to the left. Now let's use our left fingers to send us to the right. Try that a couple more times. Right presses you to the left, and left presses you to the right, and then come back to center. From here, peel the palm away, and flick the floor, shaking it up. Last one, to the fists. With those knuckles, placing them on the floor. Again, pack shoulders, straighten elbows. Open up through the back of the hand, rolling over the back of the hand, pushing it into the floor, keeping our shoulder packed. If you find this too much work, bring your knees closer to your hands. And then press into that back up to those knuckles. Repeat on the other side. Rolling over the back of the hand. Shoulder stays packed. Trying to straighten the elbow. Press back up. One more time each side. Rolling over the back of the hand. Packing the shoulder. And then gently pressing to lift off. And last one, rolling over the back of the hand. Got to be even, Ian. And then press back. Now pushing the floor away, extend those hips. From here, we'll bring a single leg up and through in our lunge position. Right here, excuse me, before we go anywhere, our hips are that bowl of punch. And we're going to move the punch around the bowl without spilling it. So slowly, as if you're doing the hula hoop, but a little hula hoop, move the punch bowl, but don't spill your punch. Now switch directions. Move in the punch bowl, but not sloshing the punch out of the side. I think I just like the word sloshing.
Slosh.
Slosh.
Not sluice.
Not sluice. Take this front foot, heel toe it open to the side. Take this hand of this leg, put it across your chest. Other hand, rotate first, and then chop your hips, hinging back, hand finds the floor, stack over top. From here, let's take our head and look at our hand. Follow that with your shoulders. Shoulders square up to the floor. Now from here, we're going to take our head and start rotating to the ceiling, and then our upper body will follow. Take a breath as you're opening up. Head looks back to your hand, and then shoulders close up. This time, let's keep our eyes looking at our hand, or our head stays stationary, and our upper body tries to rotate open. Keep pressing out on that bent knee. Take a breath. Close back up. Press the floor away, extending your hips. Front foot moves. Pull that leg underneath. And same thing, other
that
side.
That windmill is probably one of my new favorite, same but different drills there. Yeah.
Hula's on. Ugh. Punch bowl. Punch bowl circles.
Stirring.
And then switch directions.
Not sloshing.
Not sloshing. No spilling here. That punch is bright red. It'll stain the floor. Now, heel toe that foot open again. Same arm as that side leg. Cross. Rotate. Push that hip back in a hinge. Hand finds the floor. Head looks at hand. Shoulders close up. Then head starts to rotate to the ceiling. Shoulders then follow. Take a breath in there. Rotate head back to the floor. And then rotate that upper body. This time, eyes stay looking at the floor. Shoulders rotate open. Breathe. Close back up. Press the floor away to extend. Front foot moves. We'll pull that hand back and leg back underneath, and Ian has a surprise.
We were going to get up, no rules. But since we have these little lifters in the house, I think we should maybe get up like a seed because it's spring.
Get up like a what?
Like a seed. For these little lifters. For those old lifters and us lifters, let's get on the floor and pretend you're in that kettlebell cuddle. We are in that cuddle position, or as like we call on our Saturday mornings with our little lifters, a seed.
A seed.
And in the spring, what do seeds do? Wow, they sprout. Can you sprout that little seed and reach for the sun? And then that seed grows roots and it spreads out its legs. And then it grows other arms or other branches. And then that seed goes up. And then, Lauren, what does it do when it's up here?
It becomes a beautiful flower.
And then it's a change of seasons and we sprinkled our seeds.
And it sprinkles.
Have fun in your workout. Thank you, little lifters. You give us so much fun. I hope you were growing like a unicorn flower at home. Here we go.
A unicorn
We are
flower.
up. Hip bars.
Species. A unicorn flower. That's a new species.
Nice,
Go ahead.
Nice and quick here. Single leg, reach to the front with the toe point. Is it at midnight or 11:59? Bring it towards center, plus or minus a degree on the other side of center. Then reach it out to the side next. Is it at 3 or 9? Reaching long through the foot. Then towards the back are those hips forward and that leg is at 6 o'clock. And then flex over those toes, bring it underneath. Let's just do that once to the back. So extend the hip to the back, then open up, reaching towards that 3 or 9, and then to the front, and then bring it underneath. Let's do the same thing with the bent leg, same side. Flex the hip, bringing the foot up the leg and the knee forward. Check there. Then reach open to the side, keeping the foot underneath. Resist the rotation. Beware of this lateral bum cheek now as we lift open from the hip. Little attitude position in the back, reaching around, and then adducting or pulling that knee to be parallel with the standing leg. Extend the hip to the back, cramp up the glute, open the knee wide, the foot's approaching the standing leg again at the knee, and then roll in, adducting at that hip. Let's extend the hip with a parallel leg again, like we did in the Captain Morgan, so parallel quads, and then nice and slow extension through the leg. Really nice way to catch on that cue there, Lauren. Switching sides, same thing. Add those wiggles. And again, it's for that ballet bar hip mobility drills. To the front, and again here with my left, I'll be reaching to 1201, so just across the body, then open to the side. 9s or 3s with those hips facing forward. Then that roll in on the hip, as we turn around towards 6, nice and tall, and then over. And then to the back, reaching towards 631 or
just 630,
the other.
Keep going.
Then open to the side, bring it to the front, and then under. Then we'll draw the knee up the front, flexing the hip, keeping the foot underneath the hips, and then knee to the side. And beware of the cramp monster on those lateral butts as we internally rotate on the hip, extend to the back, and then like Lauren just did right there beautifully, pulling the knee together. Now cramp up the standing leg and extend that hip back. Bring the foot underneath the hip as that knee goes wide. Then bring it to center. Let's extend the hip with the bent knee, parallel quads, extend, and shake. Balls and socket joints down low, balls and socket joints up top. Again, those little lifters, they might know that alphabet. They know their alphabet. Let's do it.
Let's start in a W. It's not at the beginning of the alphabet, but that's where we'll start. In our W position with your feet underneath you, however is comfortable. Gently retract your shoulder blades like you're pinching a pencil between them. And then protract your shoulder blades like they're coming around, rounding forward. Now find somewhere in between those places. They're not totally squeezed together, but they're not forward. Elevate them, and then pull them down like you're juicing the orange in the armpit. Keep them there. With your shoulder blades there, gently extend your arms towards a T shape. In that T shape, let's do a gentle shrug, and then pull down, and then pull both sides of the room into your body as you drive those elbows back in. Think about where your blades are. Do they need to be adjusted? Place them nicely. Keep them there as you extend slowly up towards your Y. In your Y shape, are your elbows straight? Are your ribs connected to your hips and you're not flaring your chest? Gently shrug your shoulders, pull them down, and then again, pull those elbows back into the side of your body. Pull, 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 pull. Adjust your blades as needed. I had to do a slight retraction there. And then from here, we'll explore towards our eye. If you don't feel comfortable going up to your eye because it's pinchy yuck, go to your Y. From there, gently shrug, pull your shoulders down, and now do a chin up, pulling yourself up to that bar as your elbows come into your sides. Extend your elbows with control, and then relax.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
That alphabet, those basics. From here, the movement clock and the push-up. Lauren will keep queuing up that movement clock and the 2 variations I was thinking here today just based on time. And then I'll do the push-up.
I know what variations those are because I can read minds. Okay, standing tall, we'll do our first one, which is our bent leg reaches front and our other leg is straight. So we'll peel our foot up off the floor, Point it to noon on the clock. Toe ball, heels soft land. That front knee is pressing towards over the toes. Our back heel is heavy. Stacked, stacked. Press forward to go back. Just like you did with your wrists, use that opposition of forces. Gently open up to 2 or 10. Didn't that sound smart? Soft landing. Then press forward to go back. Peel off the floor. Open the knee to the side. Point, toe ball, heel, soft land. Press back to center. This time, knee front, knee open side, rotate, point to the new corner, toe ball, heel, land, press back to center. Last one, with those quads staying parallel, bend the knee, toe ball, heel, land, front leg stays stationary, hips sit back, press through to tall. Second side, peel the foot off the floor, point to noon, soft land, shouldn't hear you, press back to center. Peel the foot, open to 45, point, soft landing, press back to center. Peel the foot, open its side, point, soft, pressing back to center, peel, open, and then open, open, new corner, and press back through center. Last one, quads parallel. Knees bend, toe ball, heel, both hips sink back, press through to tall.
Whew. Loving those clocks. Push-ups, prep, just quick. Stand with your feet where they be for your press or push-up. Mine are often very narrow, wide is appropriate too. Then place your hands out front like you're in your standing plank. Wrist extension if you can. Pull the backs of the hands towards those elbows while maintaining straightness at the elbows. Then let's pull ourselves down in the push-up. Lauren cued those rhomboids as we pull ourselves and end up in the standing bottom position of the push-up. Check the elbows. Where are they? We would recommend again that they're 45 degrees from the body or tighter, avoiding that internal rotation and elevation of the shoulder. Return to that great position for your press. Let's brace the core, squeeze the butt cheeks, and press forward. One more time. Squeeze your bum, brace your core, pull yourself down into your push-up. Are you at your safe bottom where those elbows? Take a breath in, brace yet again, and press away from the floor. Add that wiggle, implement those plank tensions as we go.
Are you going to cue?
Movement clock number 2?
Oh, I thought you were going to do the push-up actually.
We'll save those. We'll save those.
Communication. All right. This time, that reaching leg is going to stay straight and our stationary leg is going to bend. We'll bend our stationary leg, pressing the knee over the toe like a single leg squat. Tap front. Everything comes underneath you, growing tall. Knee over toe, tap 10 or 2. Everything pulls to tall. Knee over toe to the side. Keep that knee tracking your toes. Pull to tall. Knee over toe, 8 or 4 on the clock. Pull to tall. And last one, reaching right behind you and rolling over tall. Same thing, second leg. Point front, hips and glutes extend, pressing through. 10 and 2, grow tall. Oh, I see the words now. 9 and 3, push to tall. I see the words push up prep now that I'm looking. 8 and 4, reaching back behind you, press to tall. And last one, reaching back to that 6 o'clock on the clock and growing up to tall. Nice.
Whew. Yeah, a little prep before we get into those reps of push-ups.
Prep.
They are coming up. Are you prepared to do press-ups, push-ups from the floor? If so, let's join us in a second. If not, wall push-ups are great too. Groove that strength. Lower the floor as you feel you have the strength and confidence to do so. Don't rush it. In this practice, again, we'll be doing 5 push-ups as a maximum. Either take one really slow push-up down or join us for 5. Let's use that hinge to get to the floor here.
Chopping your hips, pushing them back. Slowly walking yourself out to your high push-up position. Whether you're on your knees or on your toes, you choose. Pack those shoulders, juice an orange in your armpits, squeeze your butt, brace your core the entire time. I'm gonna do a super slow push-up while Ian does 5. Here I go. I'm gonna try to continuously keep moving while he does 5 push-ups. I'm gonna hover just off the floor.
4 and 5. And we'll hold this tops position until Lauren comes up. Great.
I'm up.
And then cue your down dog there. Bend knees.
Tail tilts to the ceiling, bending those knees. And then gently try to straighten your knees, but keep your tailbone long or tilted up. Let's do that again. Bend your knees, tilt your tail to the ceiling, and then gently try to straighten your knees, but don't let your tail tuck under. One last time. Bend your knees, tail tilt, gently extend, and then walk your hands to your feet to your hands. Hinge, tall.
Did it feel like it was the same? Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I just said great.
I agree, it was great. Same thing as what we did from that seated position in the warm-up. It's that anterior tip of the hip to try to lengthen out those hamstrings, sharing the load. Okay. Well, we did push-ups. Time for some weight transfers.
Time for some weight transfers. All right, let's start with our usual where we go to our second or a wider stance here. First, let's pull ourselves down into that modified squat position. And again, let's do our hip circles like it's a bowl of punch. So you're slowly circling the bowl of punch around, but not spilling the punch again. 2 one direction, and then 2 the other direction. As I do this, I try to think that my femurs are stationary, and I'm moving my hip or my pelvis bones around my femurs. Drive down, extend to tall. All right, here we go. Pulling ourselves down. This time, take a single leg and press it away from you so you go the other way. Those forces. Then start pulling on the floor, pull, 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 and then start pressing that leg so it goes straight. Great, let's add on. Pull, push, over, keep pressing so that you end up to that pointed foot. That leg might have to suck in a little closer to you, that's okay. My toe is on the ground right now, so is yours. 99% of my weight is on this leg, but I still have 1% here. Pew, shoot energy out of it. Squeeze this butt cheek, feel this cheek with your hand and with your mind. And then toe ball heel, pull yourself across.
That bent leg.
Press over. 99%, 1%. Hold. 3, 2. Again, pull yourself across and then press. This time a full transfer. Hold a balance over here. You're lifting this leg from the glute, not the low back. Hold. 3, 2. Accept the floor through the foot. Pull and then press. Transfer. 100% weight hold. 3, 2, one more time each side. Sometimes I lie about that one more time, so I don't know yet. Press over. Hold. Drive down to extend that bent knee to straight. Still keep your hips pressing forward. 3, 2, knee goes back over the toe. Toe ball, heel, pull yourself across again. Press, press, press. Pointed leg, full transfer hold. Drive down to extend. Hold tall. 3, 2, we do it one more time each side. Knee over toe. Pull yourself across. Then press. Point. Transfer. Straighten. Either hold or grow up. Find a balance on your toes for 3, 2. Heel comes down. Knee goes back over the toe. Land that foot. Pull yourself and then press. Point the foot. Transfer the weight. Drive into the floor to extend. Keep growing up to tall. Holding that balance. Heel finds the floor. Knee goes back over the toe. Land center. Press to tall. Whew.
That was my favorite kind of set.
Yeah.
So long.
So long.
Such a long set there. Awesome. Push-up time to the floor again. Let's just keep using that hinge today. So with your feet just outside of the hips, chop the hip flexors, long spine as long as you can, and then break some of those rules, bend the knees, hands to floor. Set up in that high position, and then let's switch. I'll do the 10-second or so down. Lauren continues to bang them out.
All right.
Okay, let me know when you start.
Here we go. 5-ish push-ups, plus or minus.
And then just that
1.
slow. Yep.
2, my head's trying to stay in line with my body. I'm still squeezing my butt cheeks and bracing my core. And I'm really good at counting. I think that's 5. There's a potential it was 6.
Yeah. That was about 11 seconds. That's a good rep, say.
Great.
Right? Good?
Now,
Yeah, come on.
tilt your tail long to the ceiling, bending those knees, pressing back through that hinge, extend to tall. Whew. All right, we're gonna transfer again. This time we're gonna transfer in a slightly different way. So from your clock that we did earlier, you're gonna take a leg off the floor and point it to 10 or 2. Then land it, toe ball heel. That front knee is bent, our back leg is straight. I want you to start pressing off of your back leg to that pointed foot again. And again, let's practice loading this leg up. So 99% load, 99% hold. Feel that energy shoot down through the leg. Your kneecap is pulling up. This butt is engaged. 3, 2, accept the floor through your back foot and then press off your front foot. Come to center. Same thing, second side. Lift the foot off the floor, point it to 10 or 2, land it. Press off the back foot, 99%, hold. Feel the cheek. Is it cheek different on this side than is the other side? Easy or harder? Have that conversation. Accept the floor, press back. Continue. Same thing. Point, land, press off the back foot, this time 100% transition. Hold. Just hovering that leg, it doesn't have to lift high. It's holding. Finding stability in this knee. 3, 2, press back to center. Peel other side. Point. Push off that back foot. Hold it, load it, stay. 3, 2, toe ball heel, press back. Couple more. Won't tell you the number because I don't even know. Peel, press to that front foot. Hold the balance again. Drive down to extend. That leg is still behind me at say like 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock on the clock. Hold. Then knee goes back over toe, accepts the floor, press back. Peel, point, press, find balance, drive into the floor to extend, hips still forward, reaching out the back, knee goes back over the toe, accept the floor, press back. One more. Peel, point, press over. This time, find the balance first, drive to extend, and again, added bonus, roll up and find a single leg balance for 3, 2, heel finds the floor, knee goes over the toe, accept, press. Last time, peel, point, transfer, don't rush this, glute, hold, drive down to extend, roll up for added, 3, 2, heel lands, knee goes over the toe, accept the floor, press to center, shake it out.
Takes me a couple weeks to figure that out. That straight leg, as Lauren demonstrates very beautifully, coming back, stiffen that leg so you have something strong to land on. Hinges again, last set of presses or push-ups for the day. We did throw a little wrinkle in that last week. I said, hey, maybe 5, maybe 1, maybe 10. This will be our last set of presses today. Let's go 10. 10 seconds down or 10 reps. Let's do it.
How about 10 seconds down, 10 seconds up?
Oh, okay. Is that what you're going to do?
Sure.
Okay.
Ian's going to do 10 regular. I'm going to do 10, 10. Slow down.
Lauren's is probably harder.
Here I go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 3, 2. I'm just going to hover at the bottom, then I'm going to come up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 3, 2, 1. Ian, how many did you do? Tail tilts long. Slowly walk yourself back up in your hinge and extend.
I had 17.
Oh.
I just wanted to see how many I could do.
In 20-ish seconds.
But stick to low numbers. Very rarely do I do 17, and probably it's been about 17 months
And I'm going to hear about it
since I've
tomorrow.
done 17.
Oh, I'm so sore.
Oh, tomorrow's handstands. We have time for that.
All right.
Okay, let's go one more weight transfer.
One more weight transfer.
Little front back action here. Front and back. Let's start in that first position. Check. Then let's pull ourselves down. Then slide one leg out front and transfer weight to it. Keep that leg touching in the back. Then start to bend the front leg, stiffen the back leg just like Lauren's is right there. Then push under. Same thing with the other leg. Let's pull underneath. Straighten one leg, a little sticky on the floor here, and then press the back leg to stiffen, the front leg to bend. Then press the heel to the back, straighten the front leg, and assemble together. Repeat, pulling down, forward, bend the front knee as you straighten the back, and then let's stand on that leg. Can we lift off a little bit in the back, hold a little balance for 3, 2, then bend the front knee, accept the floor with the back, press, assembling together. Pull together, straighten out front. It'll bend as we press, extending through the back. Then stand tall with a pointed foot out the back. And again, with those hips, shoulders, and head facing forward, try to lift off.
Are we on a bent leg?
Then bend the knee and press to the back. Let's do that one more time. Transition through the bent knee. Pull ourselves low, out front. It's straight. It starts to bend as we press through the back. And then as we transfer weight to it, full extension. Lift the leg off the back, or at least try. And again, aim for 630 out the back. And then accept. Press under. Last time, pull. Straighten. Transition. Extend. Lift.
Straighten.
Point. Straighten. Then bend the front knee. Accept the floor in the back. Transition underneath. Add the shake. Do your own sets of presses at home. 100 of them, go for it. We're done on push-ups. Let's grab the chair from off screen. One last exercise to finish out on those hips. The lateral lift-offs. With our bar, take a leg out to the side. Show me that inseam first, and with that inseam facing forward, hips forward, pretend to lift off the floor.
Keeping your bowl of punch level.
If the pretend effort is going well, let's actually lift that leg off and hold for 10, 9, 8. Woo. Breathing, reaching, staying strong, and owning the down with control. Repeat that effort one more time. So let's extend those hips forward. Lauren did that nice external rotation in the hip. Pretend to lift off, which should stiffen the knees. If the pretend effort goes well, continue to lift off of the ground, aiming towards 2 to 3 p.m. out at the sides here. Hold it for one more second, own the down, and then pull it back together and add that friendly wiggle. Same effort on the other leg. A lateral leg lift with external rotation at the hip. Out to the side, Lauren cued those level hips. Let's not slosh or sloosh or spill any. Inseam is forward. Pretend to lift off, and that might be enough for you today. Keep the standing leg strong and stiff, and then for 10, 9, try to lift up that leg and hold. Additional 5 seconds, breathe over top, and own the down like it's easy. We both know it's not. Take this moment to extend the hips, check in on that rib cage to hip connection, pretend to lift first, and then with that inseam facing forward, lift off, straighten the knee, shoot energy out of those toes, and hold for an additional 3, 2, slow tap down, and then bring it under. And shake. That style was the easy one for me, and the very challenging style for Lauren. Switching gears, make it hard for me there, Lauren.
All right, this time we'll lift off an internal rotation. So bring your leg to the front, draw the circle to the side. Once here, hide your inseam as much as you can. Ideally, it's facing behind you. It's not really possible, but think about that. Now, especially here though, without hiking this hip, keep that rotation in as you lift off and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, tap down. Externally rotate, inseam forward. Internally rotate, hide the inseam. Keep the level punch, lift off, hold. Check in here. Are you getting crunchy in that side body? That means you're not lifting from your butt or wherever you're lifting from yucky places. Tap down, pull to the front, grow tall, pulling underneath. Nice, shake it out. Great. Other side. Same thing. Front first, open side, internal rotation, hide your inseam, hide. Level, straighten, lift off, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, tap. Let's externally rotate, give it a second off. Internally rotate, and then again, active lift off, hold. Feel that, ooh, back here. Where do you feel? 3, 2, tap down, pull it around to the front, grow tall underneath. Nice.
There's so many things that allow Lauren to do her amazing runs. One is she has incredible internal rotation on the hip. That's number one. So that's what we're all chasing for. And the other, these quad muscles right here, those ones that we're burning when we're in those single leg balances.
Burn.
Aim for that again. Stability at those knees. Lauren said that already. And the mobility at the hips and ankles. This is Restore and Woof. Let me do that again. This has been Restore and Recharge, inspired by our ballet and movements from the Barre. Our studio here in Guelph, Ontario will be here live every Friday at 9 a.m. And then stay tuned to your link letter to see what's up for the rest of the weekend. Tomorrow's handstands and play, and the morning routine to round out a nice weekend on Sunday. I'm Ian.
Lauren.
Keep it.
Thanks for joining us. Take care, stay strong, and we'll do this again soon. Thanks for joining us from this height to this height. Goodbye.
Grow like a seed, sprinkle those leaves, but not yet. It's only summer.
Bye.
Goodbye.